Good evening and welcome to the campus of Maranatha Baptist University in Watertown, Wisconsin. So glad to have you here with us this evening for this non-conference NCAA Division III women's basketball game featuring the visiting Milwaukee School of Engineering Raiders and the home team Maranatha Baptist University Sabercats. Looking forward to another great night of basketball and so glad to have you along with us. Sabercats coming off a loss on Thursday evening at the hands of Wisconsin Lutheran. So looking to rebound this evening and get back to winning ways. They're one game below 500 and looking forward to that opportunity here tonight. To get things underway, we're going to send it up to the public address announcer for starting lineups. And after the national anthem, we'll be right back with tonight's game.
The NCAA and Maranatha Baptist University promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. Request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments or other intimidating actions will not be tolerated. Furthermore, public intoxication or the possession or consumption of alcoholic beverages and tobacco products are all grounds for removal from the site of competition and other disciplinary actions. At the same time, we encourage you to be loud, be proud, and be positive. Good evening and welcome to the campus of Maranatha Baptist University in this NCAA Division III women's basketball matchup. In the red, we have the MSOE Raiders. And in the white, your Maranatha Baptist University Sabercats. Please rise and remove your hats for a word of prayer. Following prayer, we will honor America with the playing of the national anthem, meet the starters, and get this game underway. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you once again for the game of basketball. Thank you for this game that we can all enjoy. Thank you for giving the Raiders safety as they traveled over. And I pray that the players would compete with safety and skill, help the coaches and officials to make accurate decisions. But above all, Lord, as always, we pray that everything that we do and everything that we say inside this gym tonight would bring the honor and the glory back to you. And we pray this in your Son's name. Amen. And now let's meet the starters, beginning with the MSOE Raiders. A junior guard from Huntley, Illinois, number 10, Kayla Barreto. Senior guard from Grafton, Wisconsin, number 15, Rachel Ruona. At guard, a senior from Oshkosh, Wisconsin, number 23, Jamie Spanbauer. Senior forward from Chicago, Illinois, number 31, Samantha Hooker. And a sophomore guard from Norway, Michigan, number 33, Britta Grayhold. The Raiders are coached by Katie Nelson, assisted by Megan Johnson. And now the starters for your Maranatha Baptist University Sabercats. Freshman guard from Jefferson, Wisconsin, number 3, Callie Morrison. Senior forward from Lewiston, Missouri, number 5, Sydney Luttrell. Junior forward from Daggett, Michigan, number 12, Carly Johnson. Junior forward from Daggett, Michigan, number 13, Kelsey Johnson. And a sophomore forward from Manassas, Virginia, number 32, Jacqueline Simpson. The Sabercats are coached by Clayton Morrison in his 26th season, assisted by Rob Thompson and Clayton Morrison IV with student manager Kelly Dyke. The officials this evening are Ralph Sermons, Kirk Grimes Sr., and Daniel West. Let's play basketball.
Once again, welcome to Watertown, and so glad to have you along this evening. Raiders of MSOE coming into this matchup have a 10-8 record on the season, and the Sabercats have a 5-6 record.
5-6, competing in Association and Division III independence.
So far in 2019, the Sabercats have 3 wins, and riding that one-game losing streak from Thursday night in the almost 30-point loss to Wisconsin Lutheran. Starters for MSOE: Barreto, Ruona, Spanbauer, Brooker, and Gravold. Brooker and Simpson on the tip, and the Sabercats control. On the floor for the Sabercats: Morrison, Luttrell, the Johnson sisters, and Simpson. Top of the key, Johnson gives it back to Carly Johnson. Out wide is Simpson. Runner in the lane blocked by Ruona. Luttrell there to collect the loose ball. 5 seconds to shoot. Cross court to Carly Johnson. Rises in the lane, blocked. And a shot clock violation for the first possession for the Sabercats. 2 blocks for the Raiders on that possession. Sabercats sticking with that 2-3 zone that they have been employing of late. Barreto up top, Spanbauer. Still no penetration into the zone. Ruona lost the handle. Cross court, here's Barreto in the corner for 3. No, rattles out. And Johnson out to Morrison. Raiders extending their man-to-man coverage out beyond the 3-point line. Morrison in the lane, blocked out of bounds by Samantha Brooker. Luttrell in the corner, hands to Morrison. She pops from the baseline and scores. Raiders quickly ahead. Spanbauer back to Barreto. Now Gravold. Cross court, Spanbauer, baseline, floater, good. Simpson looking for a cutting Morrison, threw it away. Barreto beats Morrison up the court. In the lane is Ruona, no good. Luttrell clears the defensive board. Simpson got ahead and is fouled. Simpson will shoot 2. First foul of the game called on Rachel Ruona. And Simpson connects on the first attempt. Luttrell heads to the bench. Torres into the game. Was a leading scorer for the Sabercats on Thursday night's game in the first half. 7 points off the bench. Simpson 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Sabercats by 2. Thursday night's game started off pretty slowly, offensively speaking, for both teams. 12-7 scoreline after the first quarter. Ruona back up top. Here's Barreto now on the wing. A lot of ball circulation on the outside. Three-point attempt from Spanbauer, no. Johnson the board. And Morrison. Lost the handle. And Spanbauer is able to flip it up to Gravold. Spanbauer working against Torres. Gravold. Barreto cut off by Johnson. Flips it across. Dangerous pass there. Barreto now steps back over Johnson. No. And Ruona got inside on the weak side, able to finish. Tie ball game. Torres. Johnson looking for Morrison. Morrison to a cutting Johnson. Traveled. Help defense from Samantha Brooker, causing that travel violation. And really quick defending. Samantha Brooker's been active on the defensive end for the Raiders so far. Ruona. Back up top is Barreto. Michaela Dogs into the game for the Raiders. Drive from Gravold. Shot no good. Johnson whistled for the block. And 2 shots coming for Britta Gravold. First shot bounces around and down. Second attempt bounces around and out. 1 for 2. Right about her season average at 55% from the free throw line. And a little confused on the offensive end. Johnson looking for Morrison to curl up. Back out for 3 is Dogs. Shot no good. And it will stay with the Raiders. Sabercats knocked out of bounds. Barreto will inbound from the baseline. Dogs now. Up top is Gravold. Barreto. Samantha Brooker's taken up inside position inside the zone. Now they find her on the weak side. Is a 3-point attempt for Gravold. No. And again, another ball out of bounds off the Sabercats. Will stay here. Back in is Spanbauer. And Brooke Scott also in for the first time for the Raiders, as Gravold and Ruona take a seat on the Raiders bench. Dogs. Scott back to Dogs, cross court to Barreto. Spanbauer, Barreto for 3. Good. Kayla Barreto, the junior out of Huntley, Illinois, knocks down the 3-point attempt. Carly Johnson spins in the lane, around and down. Excuse me, around and out. And a tie-up. Johnson and Brooker fighting for possession. The possession arrow favors the Raiders, who have now doubled up the Sabercats 8-4 with that last 3-pointer from Barreto. Now on the ball for the Raiders. Scott. Barreto. Morrison got her fingertips to that one. Barreto corrals. Cross court. Stopped. Back out top for Dogs for three. No. Wide right. Barreto went flying for that loose ball. Teammates love the effort. It will stay with the Sabercats out of bounds off Barreto. Sabercats now scoreless in the last 4 minutes of play. Johnson trying to go to the basket. And Johnson's going to be whistled for the offensive foul as she lowered her shoulder. And Coach Morrison wants a timeout to talk things over with his players. 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. Are you looking for something to do? Come into Watertown Bowl 18 or Watertown Bowl North and enjoy our friendly, courteous service along with a clean family atmosphere. Our family-operated business strives to give you, your family, and friends a pleasant experience each and every time you visit. Check out our website at watertownbowl.com for hours of operation and for weekly specials.
For up-to-date game day information, including live video, live stats, and more, visit mbusabercats.com/composite, your go-to Sabercats game day guide.
Sabercats trail by 4, 3.5 to play in the first quarter. Out of the timeout. Barreto back out to Spanbauer. Baseline jumper is good from Samantha Brooker. Senior out of Chicago with a confident shot. She's been really active on the defensive end and now cashing in offensively. Morrison steps back for a deep two. Around and out, Simpson the offensive rebound. Back out to Torres. She'll line up a three, and it's good. Rosa Torres connecting, and a big shot there for the Sabercats, who finally stopped the drought. Brooker. Dogs bounces across to Spanbauer. Brooker. Quick touch pass to Scott. Lost the handle. Morrison takes it away. Morrison ahead the other direction. Too strong. Torres there for the rebound. Pass ahead to Scott. Pulls it back out. Barreto now across to Dogs. Spanbauer down low to Brooker, and she puts it in off the glass. Back and forth we go. 12-9, 3-point lead for the Raiders. Under 2 to play in the first quarter. Torres. Torres spins it down to Johnson. Morrison. Ball is moving, but no penetration for the Sabercats, and a foul is going to bail out the Sabercats with 1 second on the shot clock. Johnson fell to the floor, and Spanbauer picks up her first foul. Luttrell back in for the Sabercats. Pass too tall from Torres to Johnson, out of bounds. Raiders basketball. Gravold checks back into the game as Kayla Barreto takes her first break. Grayvold flings it across. Dogs looking for Bennett, just into the game for the Raiders. Johnson drives, rises up, gets it to go. Had to readjust a little bit midair and able to finish. 1 point game, under a minute. Brooker down low to Bennett, lost the handle. Johnson. Morrison gets between defenders, spins back out to Johnson. Cross court. Kelsey Johnson for three. No. And out of bounds to the Raiders. They can hold for the final shots. With 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter, they lead by 1. Grayvold. Brooker, Grayvold. Three-point attempt way long from Grayvold. 3 seconds now for the Sabercats. Johnson at the horn. A little tall. At the end of the first quarter, Sabercats trail by 1. We'll be right back for second quarter action live in Watertown. Copeland Excavating wishes the Sabercats the best of luck. Call Copeland Excavating for all your excavating needs. For pickup or delivery, Copeland Excavating offers crushed limestone, fill dirt, screened topsoil, sand, mulch, and landscape stone. They are also a dealer for county materials, which includes paver and retaining wall blocks. Let Copeland Excavating put their 56 years of experience to work for you. Call Copeland Excavating today at 920-261-2121. Brad Kinsey and Realty Executives Platinum are intimately familiar with the demographics of the southeastern Wisconsin market. Located in Watertown, we employ sales executives and brokers who are dedicated to helping you find your dream home, as well as assisting you in acquiring the most for your property sale. Be assured that we are always looking out for our clients' best interests and dealing with you honestly. Your satisfaction is the measure of our success. Welcome back as we're set to start the second quarter in Watertown, live on the campus of Maranatha Baptist University. Raiders hold a 1-point lead, and head coach Katie Nelson really getting into him in the break there about taking care of the basketball. Luttrell floats it in low. Ball out of bounds. Brooker last to touch. It'll stay with the Sabercats. Raiders riding a 3-game winning streak coming into tonight's game. Morrison. Shot will not count regardless, as Luttrell is whistled for the offensive foul. Moving screen. Good ball movement from the Raiders. Bennett cannot take advantage. It's exactly how you want to go at that 2-3 zone if you're a Raiders fan. Or better yet, the Raiders players finding the weak spot in the center of the zone and then able to find a cutting baseline drive, but to no effect. Johnson throws it away. Spanbauer the other direction, lays it up, draws the foul. Foul is on Johnson. 2 free throws coming for Spanbauer. First free throw is good for Jamie Spanbauer. She shoots it just north of 70% on the season, averaging almost 3 attempts per game from the free throw line. Second free throw from Spanbauer, too long. Simpson clears the rebound. Torres back into the game for the Sabercats. Simpson too close to the boundary. Not able to stay in bounds. Turnover for the Raiders, to the Raiders. Sabercats on Thursday night had 26 turnovers as a team, so I'm guessing Coach Morrison, a point of emphasis for him would have been ball protection. Barreto, cross court to Spanbauer. Torres tips it. 1 second on the shot clock, and Bennett knocks in a 19-footer. Atoning for her missed layup a couple possessions ago. Makes the more difficult shot. 15-11, Raiders lead. Simpson working against Ruona and does draw the foul. So 2 shots coming for Simpson. Free throw from Simpson is good. Ruona's heading back to the Raiders bench, picking up her second foul. And Scott will replace Ruona. Simpson's second free throw. Too strong. Gravold pushing the tempo for the Raiders. In the corner, long 2 for Spanbauer's good. 5-point lead for the Raiders. Simpson leaves for Morrison. Luttrell at the free throw line, connects over Scott. And Barreto, losing her balance on the inbounds pass, just tosses the ball into the game. Luckily, Jamie Spanbauer was alert. Bennett, cross court to Spanbauer. Gravold, wide open for 3. Good. Gerda Gravold, the sophomore out of Norway, Michigan, gives the Raiders their largest lead of the game, 20-14. Morrison stops short of Bennett, can't get the roll. Gravold the rebound. Spanbauer. Scott back out. Now Barreto on the other side. Spanbauer for 3, too long. And Morrison the rebound. Morrison unable to attack and now throws it away. Spanbauer read it coming all the way. 2-on-1. Spanbauer across to Barreto, lays it up, no! And Trisha Wright grabs the rebound. Timeout taken by the Sabercats. They trail by 6. 6:14 to play in the second quarter. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for something to do? Come into Watertown Bowl 18 or Watertown Bowl North and enjoy our friendly, courteous service along with a clean family atmosphere. Our family-operated business strives to give you, your family, and friends a pleasant experience each and every time you visit. Check out our website at watertownbowl.com for hours of operation and for weekly specials.
Welcome back to Watertown, where the Sabercats would like to thank their sponsors for the 2018-19 season. Realty Executives Platinum, Allstate agents Bob and Tina McKinney, Kleckers Heating and Air, Copeland Excavating, Watertown Bowl North, Culver's, and a very special thanks to our premier sponsor, Pizza Hut. Thank you for your continued support of Sabercats Athletics. Right on the basketball. In the lane, Morrison to Johnson, no. Luttrell collects the loose ball, cannot finish, but Johnson finally does so. Barreto. In the lane is Brooker. And Brooker's going to be whistled for a 3-second violation. So a turnover for the Sabercats. Morrison on the wing. Barreto, active hands. Johnson. Morrison. Luttrell, top of the key, back to Morrison for 3. No. And the ball hit the upright. Raiders basketball. MSOE won the contest last season with the Sabercats by a score of 60-34 over Milwaukee. Excuse me, that was in the 2016-17 season, so 2 seasons ago. And the Raiders started the 18-19 season with a 6-0 run. Luttrell from the baseline, good. And since then, the Raiders have cooled just a bit as they are now 10-8. So 4-6 in their last 10, or 4-8 in their last 12 games. Timeout on the floor.
Brad Kinsey and Realty Executives Platinum are intimately familiar with the demographics of the southeastern Wisconsin market. Located in Watertown, we employ sales executives and brokers who are dedicated to helping you find your dream home, as well as assisting you in acquiring the most for your property sale. Be assured that we are always looking out for our clients' best interests and dealing with you honestly. Your satisfaction is the measure of our success.
Two quick scores for the Sabercats, back within 2, under 5 to play in the first half in Watertown. Spanbauer. Brooker showing in the key, but the Raiders unable to find her so far. Now setting a screen on right. Spanbauer flings it down low to Barreto, taken away by Johnson. Morrison ahead to Johnson. Rises up, can't get it to go, but will shoot free throws. Johnson just getting behind the defenders there. Quickly on the break. And the foul will be on Spanbauer, her second. Senior out of Oshkosh, Wisconsin, will take a seat on the Raiders bench. Johnson, one more free throw. Long. Loose ball collected by Brooke Scott. Brooker. Back out to Dogs for 3. Long rebound. And last touched by Brooke Scott. Sabercats basketball with a chance to take the lead with a made field goal. Wright cannot connect. And ball out of bounds to the Raiders. Sabercats have not led in this game since early in the first quarter. Dogs tries forcing it into Brooker, and Wright comes away with the basketball for the Sabercats. Morrison, Johnson. Sidesteps defenders, can't get it to go. And Dogs held Johnson. First foul on Dogs. She'll head to the bench. It's the third foul on the Raiders in the second quarter. Also into the game for the Raiders, Wendy Guan. Johnson Luttrell, cross court to Simpson, just into the game again for the Sabercats. Luttrell stared down her pass. Brooker takes it away. But Johnson able to bring it back for, or Luttrell, excuse me, able to collect it for the Sabercats. Johnson down low, lays it up and in. Barreto just giving up too much height down low. Mismatch from the Raiders' perspective. And Johnson able to give the Sabercats their first lead since the first quarter, 21-20. 7-0 run for the Sabercats. And that's quickly put to a stop by Kayla Barreto. Three-pointer on the far side. Under 2.5 to play in the first half. Simpson surveying her options. Back to Johnson. Simpson blocked again by Brooker. Out of bounds. Grayfold trying to save it. Bennett's checking in for the Raiders as Brooke Scott heads to the bench. Simpson. Three seconds on the shot clock. Simpson doesn't know it. And another shot clock violation. No help from the home fans or the bench. Grayvold. Barreto. Barreto for three again. It's good. And Barreto's pumped up 2 threes in quick succession. Raiders back on top by 5. Luttrell took her eyes off that pass. Lost out of bounds. Shot way long from Grayvold. Trisha Wright able to corral the rebound. Simpson now rises up over Barreto and lays it in. Quickly ahead is Grayvold, but blocked out of bounds by Luttrell. Simpson had to hustle back down the floor as she made the basket. But her spot in the zone was what was quickly exploited by the Raiders. Grayvold, Barreto, and Luttrell takes it away from Bennett. Great defensive play from Luttrell. 2 in a row. Morrison now. A little over 11-second difference between the game shot and shot clock. Luttrell was fouled. No continuation. So it'll be Sabercats basketball. Shot clock is now turned off. Morrison into Johnson. Luttrell. Loose ball. Simpson picks it up. Flings it back across to Johnson in the lane. Gets the roll. 7 seconds. Barreto. Down low to Brooker. Off glass, no. Johnson the rebound. Simpson will just hold. And we'll head to the locker rooms with the Sabercats trailing by just 1.
Your halftime score.
Just like in the first quarter where they trailed by 1. They are trading punches with the Raiders here in Watertown. Thanks for joining us. It's been a pleasure to have you along for first half action. We'll be back in just under 15 minutes for the second half, live in Watertown on the campus of Maranatha Baptist University. Don't go anywhere.
Water heating takes over a tenth and air conditioning takes over a tenth. Those alone account for more than half of your monthly energy bill. Since 1979, Klecker's Heating and Air Conditioning of Watertown has been selling and installing high-quality, state-of-the-art, energy-efficient home comfort equipment and providing maintenance services to existing equipment to keep it running at peak efficiency and saving you money. Call them today at 920-261-9218 to learn how Klecker's can help you keep more of your energy money in your wallet. Copeland Excavating wishes the Sabercats the best of luck. Call Copeland Excavating for all your excavating needs. For pickup or delivery, Copeland Excavating offers crushed limestone, fill dirt, screened topsoil, sand, mulch, and landscape stone. They are also a dealer for county materials, which includes paver and retaining wall blocks. Let Copeland Excavating put their 56 years of experience to work for you. Call Copeland Excavating today at 920-261-2121. Brad Kinsey and Realty Executives Platinum are intimately familiar with the demographics of the southeastern Wisconsin market. Located in Watertown, we employ sales executives and brokers who are dedicated to helping you find your dream home, as well as assisting you in acquiring the most for your property sale. Be assured that we are always looking out for our clients' best interests and dealing with you honestly. Your satisfaction is the measure of our success. Brad Kinsey and
Welcome back to Watertown, Wisconsin. And second half action just about set to get underway here. Raiders of MSOE lead by 1. Sabercats are on pace to match their turnover total from Thursday night, which was 26 in total. They had 13 in the first half. Barreto leads all scorers with 9. And only 3 players with 2 fouls. Everybody else with less than that. So it does not appear as though foul trouble should be a major issue or theme in the second half. And Barreto travel violation by the Raiders, confirmed by the far side official, as Barreto took 2 steps in that passing attempt. Johnson, Morrison curling, looking for Simpson down low. Johnson bounces inside. Foul will be called on the floor. Ruona is the foul. Morrison. Off glass, no. Gets her own rebound. Can't finish. Johnson, the second attempt, will go. The other way, the Raiders push the tempo. Gravold cannot finish. And a foul off the ball. And just as soon as I say fouls will not be an issue, Rachel Ruona picks up her 4th. 2 quick ones here with under a minute gone by in the third quarter. She'll be on the Raiders bench for a few minutes, most likely. Simpson, Morrison fouled on the attempt. First foul on Barreto. Morrison steps to the free throw line. And the lefty is good on her first attempt. She joins Simpson and Johnson now with 5 points for the Sabercats. Gravold across to Barreto. Brooker kicks back to Gravold. Now Spanbauer for 3. Way short on the attempt. Johnson grabs the ball in a crowd. And then Simpson lost the handle. She was looking for Johnson or Torres, both of whom were pushing it up the court ahead. Barreto, Spanbauer gets Johnson in the air, in the lane. And Spanbauer travels. I believe it was Johnson there to distract a little bit, cause the extra shuffle. Simpson. 12-footer for Simpson's good. Sabercats on a 6-0 run to start the third quarter. And Coach Morrison talking some confidence into their shooting. Spanbauer looking for Brooker. Barreto switches through Gravold. Here's Spanbauer. And Johnson's going to pick up the foul. Carly Johnson. It's her second. And first foul on the Sabercats. Ball into Spanbauer. Barreto gets to the baseline. Gravehold for three, way long on the attempt, and Johnson. Morrison was quick on the closeout. On Gravehold, able to force an errant shot. Barreto almost took it away from Morrison. Simpson looking for Morrison. And Brooker able to kick the ball. Gravehold's heading to the Raiders bench as Guan checks back into the game. Wendy Guan, number 24. Johnson to Morrison. And loose ball, bodies on the floor. Raiders come up with the basketball as Barreto and Morrison collided. Spanbauer, Guan. Barreto. And Barreto traveled in the corner. As a little bit of an awkward play. She caught the ball, planted 2 feet, then tried taking a step back. Morrison finds a cutting Simpson, foul on the attempt. It's the third on Spanbauer. Simpson to the free throw line. Simpson 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Really a confident shooter in that position. Sabercats now lead by 7. And Guan threw it away from Spanbauer. Coach Katie Nelson wants to talk things over. Her Raiders have yet to score here in the third period. It's a full timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Realty Executives Platinum are intimately familiar with the demographics of the southeastern Wisconsin market. Located in Watertown, we employ sales executives and brokers who are dedicated to helping you find your dream home, as well as assisting you in acquiring the most for your property sale. Be assured that we are always looking out for our clients' best interests and dealing with you honestly. Your satisfaction is the measure of our success. Brett.
6 minutes and 8 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Raiders really struggling offensively coming out of the locker room at halftime. Should mention the Raiders compete in the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference. They are currently ranked 8 of 13. And they do lead the all-time series with Maranatha 28-17. Sabercats basketball. Morrison. Johnson gets to the baseline. Flips it across to Morrison. Torres left open for three. Good. Johnson able to force the issue down the baseline, and Torres the benefactor. Sabercats by 10. Guan. Barreto. Scott took her eyes off the basketball, hit her in the shoulder. Sabercats on the other end. Morrison off glass makes it go. Raiders need an answer. They're down by 12. Barreto flips to Spanbauer on the wing for three. Long. Scott open on the other side. For a moment, fouled. And we'll head to the free throw line. Scott, true. She's made absolutely every free throw recorded this season. Bennett checks in for the Raiders. Quickly ahead is Simpson. Gets into Bennett and able to finish through contact. So the Raiders fell asleep. Barreto for three. Good. That is her spot. She's 3 for 3. 3-point attempts tonight. Excuse me, she is 4 of 5. 3 for 3 from that spot on the court. As she's 4 of 5 from behind the arc. Bennett picks up the foul on the other side. And Morrison steps to the free throw line. Morrison and Simpson both shooting well from this position. Morrison's now 4 of 4, and Simpson 5 of 6. It's good free throw shooting from players who are often making those trips to the free throw line. Barreto thought about it. 11-point lead for the Sabercats. Spanbauer to Guan. Now Scott, surrounded by Sabercats. Spanbauer and Morrison get tied up. And it's a 30-second timeout taken by the Raiders. We'll be back after this short break. Sabercats basketball off the tie-up. Possession arrow now favoring the Raiders. Torres to Johnson. Torres. Johnson working against Spanbauer. So we got 2 shots coming for Carly Johnson. Johnson. short on her first attempt. The foul was on Brooke Scott, her first. And the Sabercats will shoot free throws the rest of the way in the third quarter. I think Katie Nelson was making a point to the official there during the free throws that the calls from the officials have tightened up here. Much more physical in the first half, or letting physical play slide in the first half. Not so here in the third quarter. Spanbauer throws up a wild shot. So 8 seconds on the shot clock. Ball out of bounds, last touch by the Sabercats. Barreto from the baseline. Spanbauer tipped and taken away. Morrison ahead to Torres. Torres rises up and is fouled by Guan. So Torres with her first trip to the free throw line this evening. Long on the attempt. Back into the game for the Raiders, Brooker, Gravold, and Mikkel Miles making her first appearance, number 13 for the Raiders. As Ruana, staying on the bench with her 4 fouls. Torres good on the second attempt, 44-31. Beretta open for 3, short. And Johnson able to have inside position and grab the rebound from Miles. Morrison looking for Simpson, threw it away. Barreto, Guan throws it away. Barreto able to retrieve. Guan staring down the pass, and Johnson able to tip it out of bounds. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Jamie Spanbauer back onto the floor. Guan will take a seat. Both teams with 16 turnovers to this point. Spanbauer. At the buzzer, Gravefold misses everything. And another turnover. Two and 22 to play in the third quarter. Sabercats by 13. Morrison behind the Simpson screen. Curls. Johnson at the free throw line. 2-pointer, no. Simpson the rebound. Blocked. Johnson able to get it back to Morrison. Torres. Cross court to Johnson. She'll rise up for 3 and fill it up. Wow, Johnson not even really able to set her feet. And then Johnson able to save it to Morrison. Ahead to Torres. No, off the glass. Morrison the rebound. Across to Torres for 3. Good. Rosa Torres. Katie Nelson just giving it to the official on this side. Thought that Johnson was out of bounds on that last save. Morrison threw it away to Barreto. This is a bit helter-skelter now. 19-point lead, though, for the Sabercats. Certainly would not have seen this coming in the first half, but 5 third-quarter points for the Raiders and 25 for the Sabercats. Seven seconds on the shot clock. Barreto rises up, no. Simpson saves it off of Brooker. Heads up play from Simpson as she's fallen out of bounds. And Sabercats basketball. Morrison. Shot fake, gives to Johnson. Morrison got switched on with Brooker. Good defense from Barreto. Cross court to Morrison, deep two, good. 15 seconds remain in the third quarter. Spanbauer. Barreto, deep two, good. And so an offensive explosion for the Sabercats in the third quarter. They lead as we head to the fourth quarter, 52-34. We'll be right back to Watertown. Sabercats outscoring the Raiders in the third quarter 27-7. And so how will the storyline unfold here in the fourth quarter, where the Sabercats have a 19-point lead? I'm not sure on the stats, but that must be close to, if not the highest scoring quarter of the year for the Sabercats. Have to look into that with our stats crew. Brooker across to Barreto for three, blocked by Johnson, out of bounds. On the floor for the Raiders, Scott, Barreto, Brooker. Ruona is back on, and Spanbauer. Ruona with those 4 fouls, so she will have to play carefully for these final 10 minutes. Johnson with the heads-up play, tips out of bounds. 6 seconds remain to shoot. Barreto into Brooker, left open, and Johnson gets the rebound. Sabercats fell asleep. Raiders just unable to connect. They've been stone cold here in the second half. Johnson at the free throw line, rises up, no. Barreto gets to the baseline, flips out to Spanbauer, drives, and a foul is called on Torres, her first. Barreto from the baseline. Scott. Barreto down to Ruona. Back up top is Scott. Raiders circulating around the perimeter, and Brooker connects from the baseline. Don't need the low post. Simpson will line up a three and splash it through. Jacqueline Simpson almost touched the rafters. high arcing three-pointer gives the Sabercats a 20-point lead. Scott, Brooker's wide open underneath. And fouled. Johnson's third foul, Carly Johnson. Scott. Barreto. Cross court to Spanbauer. 10-footer on the baseline is good. Great look from Barreto. The cross court pass. Torres back out to Johnson. Simpson, 10 to shoot. Morrison flips to Torres for three in front of her own bench. It's good. Cross court, Johnson takes it away. Ahead to Torres on the break. And Torres trying to save it. Almost was able to flip it off the Raiders defender, but walked out of bounds previously. Still a 21-point game. 7 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Barreto. Across to Scott. Baseline Brooker. Ball tipped and then a foul. On Kelsey Johnson, it's her fourth. So Kelsey Johnson and Rachel Ruona both playing with 4 fouls. And that looks to be the 5th on Rachel Ruona. So Ruona's night is done. And so Guan will check into the game. Okay, and Katie Nelson just is getting after the officials, has now been warned. It's been a rough night for the Raiders, so can understand the frustration for the Raiders head coach. Ruona is done for the evening. She has been disqualified with her 5th foul. And now a timeout taken by the Sabercats. It is a full timeout. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Watertown, where the Sabercats lead by 21, 58-37. Head coach Katie Nelson continuing her conversation with the officials. Seems we've got that sorted out. Torres now under 15 to shoot for the Sabercats. Johnson on the wing. Taken away by Scott as Simpson was going for the loose ball. It's the first foul on Simpson. Spanbauer taken away by Morrison. Sabercats do not need to push the tempo. The clock is on their side. Johnson working that weak side screen for Morrison. Runner won't go. Simpson working for the rebound. A tied up possession. Arrow favoring the Sabercats. Trisha Wright checks in for Torres. Coach Morrison was screaming for timeout, could not get one. Morrison in trouble, throws it in somehow. Wright collected it, but then stepped out of bounds. Brooker down low to Scott, bounces in the lane, blocked from behind by Simpson. Barreto across to Spanbauer for three, and she connects on the far side. 18-point game. Raiders need some stops in addition to some made buckets. Morrison curls to the basket, blocked by Brooker. Raiders with numbers the other direction. Guan, Spanbauer. Now Scott on the baseline. Crowded by Johnson. Barreto to Brooker. Scott. Is going to be fouled by Johnson. First free throw for Scott is good. Luttrell back on the floor for the Sabercats, in addition to Torres, as Johnson and Wright take a seat. Bennett's checking in for Scott, who goes 2 for 2 on that trip. 16-point game. Still not done. Can the Raiders mount a comeback? Simpson to a cutting Johnson, cannot finish through contact. It'll be the 4th foul on Jamie Spanbauer. She's up against the limit now. And Johnson rattles around and out. Michaela Doggs checks in for Spanbauer. See how long Coach Katie Nelson sticks with Spanbauer on the bench. She's been a spark plug for them in the second half. Guan back to Barreto. Brooker. Back up top is Guan. Bennett turns to the elbow. Johnson slides in on Brooker and takes it away. And then a foul is going to be called against Barreto. It's only the second foul on Barreto, so no danger for her at the moment. Luttrell surveying her options. Morrison in all kinds of traffic. Two Raiders collide. Brooker a little worse for the wear. On the other end, foul is going to be called on Luttrell. So 2 shots coming from Michaela Doggs, sophomore guard. Big free throws here. Could trim it to a 15-point game with just over 4 minutes to play. Barreto going to the bench. And Brooker as Gravold back into the game. So for the Raiders, it's Doggs, Scott, Guan, Gravold, and Bennett. Only one starter on the floor as we approach the final 3.5 minutes to play. Luttrell thought about the three-pointer, hands to Morrison. 15-point game. Morrison on the ground, flicks to Luttrell. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson working against Gravold, rises up and fills it up. Johnson with the crossover, shakes Gravold, and a big shot there to stem the momentum for a moment. Guan answers from the corner. Morrison behind the Torres screen. Johnson now in front of her bench. Eight seconds on the shot clock. Morrison steps between defenders, hands to Simpson, and a shot clock violation. Silver lining for Sabercats fans, at least 30 seconds were trimmed off the game clock. 15-point game as we approach 2.5 minutes to play. Raiders don't need to rush, but certainly cannot afford to keep slowly circulating the ball. At the top of the key, a foul is going to be called on Luttrell. Her third. And Brooke Scott at the free throw line connects. 14-point game. Raiders trying to extend their defense as far out as possible. Torres looking for Simpson in the corner. Luttrell, top of the key, lost the handle, taken away by Scott. Turnover, gives it back to the Raiders. Doggs across to Guan. Gravold, taken away by Morrison. Morrison ahead, leans in, fouled, can't finish, but does draw the foul. Two shots coming from Morrison. And first free throw. Too strong. Minute and a half to play. Sabercats by 14. On the low post. Maruga just off the bench for the Raiders and fouled. She'll step right to the free throw line, trying to warm her hands. First free throw for Lexi Maruga is good. Torres. Second free throw good as well. 12-point game. Ashley Narrett checks in for Simpson. Morrison working against Grandstaff. Taken away by Grandstaff. Gravold on the break. Lays it up, too strong. Rebound, no good. Guan for three. Too strong. Maruga gets it to go on the weak side. 10-point game, under a minute to play. Johnson. Crowded by Gravold. And then Miles Grandstaff gets in on the loose ball. And Raiders basketball. 45.5 seconds to play. 10-point game. Maruga in the key. Gets it to go. And a timeout taken by the Raiders. It's an 8-point game. 32nd timeout taken with 37.3 seconds to play. Giving me a chance to remind you fans, you can stay connected with the Sabercats throughout the season by following them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and on the web at mbusabercats.com. Use the hashtag SnarlStrong to show your support on social media. And for game day information, visit mbusabercats.com/composite. Check out the team pages while you're there for bios of each student athlete. Raiders putting together a run here in the late stages of this one. Will it be enough? 37.3 seconds. It's an 8-point game. So now a little bit of anxiety for the home fans. Luttrell to Narrett. Fouled right away. And Narrett at the free throw line. Sabercats are in the bonus. Second free throw from Narrett. Rattles around and down. 9-point lead for the Sabercats. 30 seconds to play. Grandstaff gets to the left-hand drive, lays it up and in. Johnson to Narrett. Ahead to Wright. Wright fouled from behind by Guan, trying to get a running shot to go was Wright. Guan with her third foul. 7-point game. Trisha Wright at the free throw line. First free throw is good for the sophomore out of Union Grove, Wisconsin. 2 for 2. Sabercats by 9 again. Grandstaff, Gravold bounces on the wing to Maruga. Lost the handle out of bounds, and that should all but do it here for the home team, who want a timeout. Fans, want to remind you, if you want to show your Sabercats spirit and purchase some Sabercats merchandise, visit the official online store of the MBU Sabercats, shopsabercats.com. 12.9 seconds to play in this one. The Sabercats lead by 9. A third quarter onslaught, offensively speaking, for the Sabercats is really the difference in this one, as it looks to be too little too late for the Raiders. On this cold night in Watertown, Morrison back out to Narrett. Morrison. Raiders do finally get a foul. Gravold commits the foul. And Morrison will step back to the free throw line. And connect. Guan to Maruga, turns, no good. And Grandstaff cannot get it the shot to go at the horn.
And that's the game.
Sabercats prevail by a final score of 68-57. Again, in the third quarter, really the difference in this one. Sabercats outscoring the Raiders 27-7 in that frame, and putting the separation between them and the Raiders of Milwaukee School of Engineering. Thank you once again for watching this presentation of Sabercats basketball on the Sabercats Sports Network. Next up for the Sabercats, they will host Grace Christian on Friday, February 1st here in Watertown. Special note on that one, it is an 8 o'clock Central Standard Time tip-off, a later tip-off than usual on their home court. So you make sure you have your calendar set for that one. Again, 8 o'clock Central tip as the Sabercats host the Grace Christian Tigers. Fans, you can stay up to date with all things Sabercats online at MBUSabercats.com or by following the Sabercats on social media using the hashtag @MBUSabercats. On behalf of our entire crew here at Maranatha Baptist University, I want to thank you for the pleasure of your company. Until next time, have a great night.